Now children, we will just end this chapter by discussing the last topic, that is the factors affecting elasticity of supply. Till yet we have studied that there is a positive and direct relationship between whom? Between the price and quantity supplied. Now we will study here that we shall study the factors that determine the elasticity of supply of a commodity to change in its price. So there are the other factors which supply changes. Now let us see the first factor, nature of input used. Nature of input used means here input I am taking as the raw material. Suppose in the market, if input, that means raw material, is easily available, so what happens? When the producer is getting more raw materials, he will increase the production. As he increases the production, supply also increases. When supply increases, we can say that supply is elastic in nature. So here supply is elastic in nature. And vice versa, if raw material is not easily available in the market, if it is not easily available in the market, there is a shortage of the raw materials, what happens? Producer thinks of producing less. When he thinks of giving the less production, supply is also less. Thereby we can say that supply is inelastic. That means there is no change in the supply. Clear children? First point, I think so. Second is the nature of the commodity. There are two types of commodities. There are two types of goods. First is the perishable goods and second is the durable goods. In case of perishable goods, we say that in case of perishable goods, like example fruits or vegetables, you can say that the goods does not stay for a longer time. So when goods does not stay for a longer time, producer thinks of producing in a limited quantity. So what happens? He reduces the production. As he reduces the production, supply also reduces, and thereby we can say supply is less elastic. So elasticity of supply is less elastic. Clear children? In durable goods, what happens? The goods stay longer time. So as the goods stay in a longer time, because it does not get spoiled, it can be stored for a longer time. That means the goods can be stored for a longer time. So producer thinks of producing more production. So as he increases the production for the durable goods, my supply also increases being a producer, and after that we can say that supply is more elastic. That means elasticity of supply is more. So we can say in that case, in case of durable goods, supply is more elastic. Supply is more elastic. Clear children? Third point is time period. Time period, here I am talking about time period. Here I am writing time period. I am talking about the long period and the short period. In case of children, short period, what happens? We know that we can arrange in the short period. Suppose there is a time for producing sweets. So we have 2 days time. So in 2 days, I can arrange the raw materials, I can arrange the labor, but I cannot arrange the land or investment or capital you can talk about. So in just a short period, I cannot change the fixed factor also. So for that reason, I can say that my production I cannot increase more. As I cannot increase more production due to a shorter period time, so my production cannot increase. That means, production will reduce and supply will also reduce. So supply reduce, that means I can say that supply is less elastic. Supply is less elastic. Clear? In the long period, I have a much time to change my fixed factors, to arrange the capital, to bring more raw materials, to hire the more laborers. So for that reason, if I am having the more time, I can increase the production. So as I increase the production, supply also increases. Thereby I can say elasticity of supply is more. That means supply is more elastic in nature. Clear children? Here I can say that elasticity of supply is more. Clear? I hope I have cleared. Fourth point is risk taking. Suppose to produce more output, if being a producer you are taking risk for producing more, that means you have invested for producing the commodity. That means you have taken a risk for producing more output. So what happens when you are taking risk? You are producing more, that means production is increasing as you have invested in the commodity. So as you increases the production, in that case, because you are taking the risk, so when risk is there, production is more. When production is more, supply is more, and you can say thereby elasticity of supply is more. Clear? That means supply is more elastic. Clear? In case of, suppose if you are not taking the risk, that means if you are not able to take risk, you will not produce more. So when you don't produce more, if the risk is not there, if you are not taking the risk, or if you are not willing to take the risk there, that means production will be less, supply will be less, and here supply will be less elastic. Clear? Here supply will be less elastic. If in this case you are taking the risk, production will be more because you have invested for producing the commodity, as you have taken the risk for producing the higher output. So when you are producing more, you are doing the more production, supply also increases, thereby supply is more elastic in nature. Supply is more elastic in nature. Here if you are not taking the risk, risk is less, production is less, thereby supply is also less. So that means we can say that supply is less elastic. Clear, children? Fourth point is cost of production. Now suppose if cost of production, that means when you are producing the commodity, labor charges you are giving more, the raw materials you are bringing in the higher range. So when cost of production is increasing, so when cost of production increasing, what happens? When cost of production increases, my production falls down. When my production falls, supply falls, and thereby we say that supply is less elastic. Elasticity of supply is less. Elasticity of supply is less. Clear? Vice versa, if cost of production, here what I was saying, that here if cost of production increases, my production falls because I am paying more charges, more giving to the labor, higher wages giving for the raw materials. So for that reason I am reducing the production because the producer is not getting so much of profit after producing it. And now vice versa, if cost of production falls down, producer will produce more because now he's getting the higher return, because now he's giving less wages to worker, he is paying less for the raw materials, for the land. So for that reason, when cost of production falls, my production increases, supply also increases, thereby elasticity of supply is more. Clear, children? So these are the factors which affect the elasticity of supply. I hope it is clear. So I have ended the chapter. If you have any doubts, any queries, please write it in my comment section. Thank you.